You said no, and then you spent 3 days wondering if you were the problem. You felt uncomfortable, and doubts swirled in your head. You thought about going back on the decision. You replayed it. You checked their mood from across the room. You almost apologized. Just to make it stop. That feeling has a name. And it's not guilt. It is the pressure from being blamed for someone else's emotions. Your nervous system is running a program it wrote a long time ago. You've been replaying that same program for years, rebounding between setting a boundary and going back on it to reduce your own discomfort. In a house where keeping the peace was survival, where your needs made the room go quiet, where love felt conditional on staying small. You learned early. My comfort costs something. So you stopped asking. You were conditioned to suppress your needs. And now, years later, every time you hold a limit, something in you fires an alarm. Fix it. Go back. Smooth it over. That alarm is called the fawn response. It's not a conscience. It's a survival strategy that no longer knows the war is over. The guilt isn't a verdict. It's a signpost. Every time it shows up after a boundary, you are not failing. You're at the edge of something old. The guilt means the boundary was real. That's not a sign to retreat. That's a sign you're finally doing the work. It is okay to sometimes disappoint people. You are allowed to hold a limit even when it feels wrong. You are allowed to let someone be uncomfortable without making that your emergency. You don't have to earn the right to need what you need. You have valid feelings and don't need permission to set a boundary. You never did. The guilt still visits. But over time, as you practice setting boundaries, it starts to feel less like a verdict. It starts to feel more like an echo. And just remember that echoes fade. Now is the time to reclaim what you have suppressed. Come back to yourself.